you know Keith, these guys are like family to us. Over the last couple years, we've been very fortunate to know them. And Keith always around, coming to games. Brandon's like a right hand out there on the field. He's even helping me coach a little bit during the games, right? Taking photos and just being a part of it, and we absolutely love it. And Brandon's got a message he'd like to share with you guys today. So let's give him our fullest attention and listen to what he's got to say. All you, buddy. Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks for letting me chat with you here. I'm just going to tell you about my story a little bit and hopefully share a couple of tools that you guys will be able to use in your future. I grew up in myself. I don't know if all you do that, but my parents were missionaries, so I went there when I was 8 years old. First hated soccer when I got there. It wasn't until '94 to the World Cup. It was Italy that I started to really play, and I played every single day. And this was my bread and butter every day at 4 o'clock. Those guys were out in the front of the house playing 2v2. Just having a blast, and I just fell in love with the game and got obsessed. I played for my high school, and that was my speed on the top right. Yes, my coach was a giant.
Our left.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
There you go.
Still learning. I played midfield and forward, and we didn't win all the games, but we had a great time playing, and I'm still good friends with a bunch of those guys on the team. That's a horrible shot, but that's me in action there. When I came back to the States to go to college, I played at Rose State College and NSU and Tahlequah. I played with first Charlie Mitchell, pretty big name around here. Something like that. And then I played a bunch of like just little tournaments, and that was a tournament in Norman. And then during the summers, I'd go out to the East Coast to take photos of families, couples, groups, and I was pretty much a giant clown, and everyone on the beach loved me. I was like the high five king. Surfed and all that fun stuff. And then that winter, I stayed around and managed a Cold Stone Creamery and ice cream shop. Usually I come back to Oklahoma to go to college. That winter I stayed out there. One night I was going home from work. It was around midnight, and the next thing I know, I see these long lights on what looked like a ceiling going by. And I was really confused. I couldn't figure out what was going on. Like something was out of place. And then I realized there were people with doctor's masks leaning over me. And they said, "Brandon, you've been in a car." So that's when the light went off. Oh, that's what's going on. And they put me into surgery. And what had happened was I was stopped at a red light, and this guy was paranoid, schizophrenic, he was hallucinating, and he ran into my car going between 60 and 80 miles an hour. And as you can see, it's completely crushed the car. One of my best friends was talking to the doctor, and actually, the first thing my parents saw when they got to the hospital there here in Oklahoma, that was the first thing they saw. I was in a drug-induced coma. It had broken my back in 3 different places. And that top bone is what damaged my spinal cord. It didn't completely sever it, so I still have some movement. But I remember the doctors coming in and saying, "Brandon, there's a 95% chance that you're never going to walk again." And that meant I would never play soccer again. And that was the hardest day of my life. I'm not trying not to cry. But I had to make a decision that day that I could either let that destroy me, or I could fight. And the same tenacity that I used on the field, practice, hours and hours and hours, I applied that towards my fight and started doing physical therapy. Hated that girl. That was my physical therapist. There's very few people I hate. I hated her. But it was good for me. I had to do all sorts of funky stuff that wasn't fun at all, but I kept pushing through it. Sometimes it felt like someone was getting a sledgehammer and just cracking my hips with the sledgehammer as hard as I could. I went through a lot of pain. I got down to under 100 pounds. One of the things that happened to my right, besides my spinal cord, was 2 to 3 layers of my descending aorta were torn. I had the 3rd layer torn, which is like a millimeter thick. I would have bled out right then in the car. And I mean, the fact that I'm still alive is, I'm truly blessed. Those are my top strand braces. A buddy of mine and I, we always had the saying from Gladiator, strength and honor. We would say that every time we talk on the phone, and we still do to this day. And so I named my braces. I lost them. One of the things that was really important for me getting through this was, I had to realize that I could not control what had happened to me. I could not control that wreck. But what I could control was my attitude. What am I going to do about it? How am I going to respond to it? Am I going to let it destroy me? Or am I going to use it to help other people and myself? And by lifting others up is how I believe you get to the top. I had over 21 surgeries total since then. I was in the hospital for 6 months, that first stint. I was starting to believe that there wasn't a world outside of those walls in my room. It took me, I'm going to say 2 years to be able to put my socks on by myself. Not like 2 years, but until I could get down. I got it down to about 5 minutes now. I have this contraption. I can't get over to reach my feet. Why am I telling you this? Because I want you guys to remember that every time you get to lace up those shoes, every time you put your cleats on, I want you to know how lucky you are to be able to do that. And there's people out there who would die for that feeling. Whenever your lungs are about to give out and there's that burning and your legs are just so tired, say thanks, because I would kill to be able to feel that. The last thing I'm going to leave you with, there's a story about a monk with his apprentice. He was in the woods, and there's a large stick, and he told his apprentice, go get that stick. So the next got it. He's like, how much does that weigh? He kind of felt it. He's like, 3, 4 pounds. The monk got it from him. He said, throws it on the ground. It doesn't weigh anything at all if you let it go. How many things do we carry around with us? Even in a game, let's say you miss a penalty kick, not to single you out, but you obviously didn't let that affect the rest of your game because holy cow, you made up for it, But had you kept holding on to that, and you could never win your game. And there's so many things in life that those sticks that we carry around start to add up. When you start to let it go. You get a yellow card. That was complete bullcrap. You didn't even touch the guy. Are you going to let that carry through the entire rest of your performance for that game, yeah, the ref's going to make bad decisions. The rest of this conference is sure going to make a lot of them. But you get to control your attitude to how you respond to that. I brought you guys a little gift. Coach Mitch, I'm sorry, I forgot to include you guys in this. I got everyone, should pass this out. I got everyone a photo of the day y'all beat St. Edwards. That was awesome. And I want you guys to all write on the back of your picture one phrase or one word. Like I wrote strength and honor on my crutches. I want you to write something that is, you say to yourself that keeps you going. Believe, keep fighting. Brandon is a rock star. I don't care. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. Guys, you have no idea what it means to me. I've still got to do some pretty incredible things, like skydive and crowd surf. So don't let your situation define who you are. With the help from strangers, friends, you can rise above the crowd.
Absolutely. You are a rock star, man. Brandon, thank you. Appreciate it. Guys, an absolute unbelievable story, right? And obviously we can all take something away from it, so hopefully you take it to heart, because we are very fortunate each and every day for what God has given us and the opportunities that we have, and we should never take that for granted. And I think he's a living testament to that for sure. And it's amazing what little things in our life that we allow to affect us. We all do. And if anybody has a right to get down or be upset about things or let it get to him, it would be Brandon. And it's pretty obvious that he knows how to handle it. And true testament to all of us, man. Thank you. Thank you again. Always family. Always family. You guys ready?
So kicking the ball, Mitch.
Let's go, boys. Switch on.
What do you say in that tone game? I do the kickoff.
Walk out with the boys.